Hi, hope you are doing good. So in this video, we'll be talking about the certifications of Scrum. So let me tell you, there are two major certifications available for Scrum Master. The first is PSM, which stands for Professional Scrum Master, and the second is CSM, which stands for Certified Scrum Master. So PSM is the certification provided by scrum.org, and CSM is the certification which is provided by Scrum Alliance. So this is the main difference between PSM and CSM, that this is coming from two different Scrum organizations. That is first thing. Now I have seen many people who are either aspiring Scrum Masters or who are currently working in some organization as a Scrum Masters, and they want to get certified, they want to test their knowledge, and they are looking for the Scrum Master certification. Now they ask this, that whether they should go for PSM or they should go for CSM, which one is better. So they have many doubts in their mind regarding whether to go for PSM or whether to go for CSM. So let me share my experience with you about these certifications. Number one thing is that PSM, which is Professional Scrum Master Certification, this is from scrum.org, which is an organization created by Jeff Sutherland and Ken Swaber. So Jeff and Ken, they are also the creators of official Scrum guide. So the Scrum framework that you have in place, which is there mentioned in the Scrum guide, that is provided by Jeff and Ken, and they are from scrum.org. So my personal choice is always to go with PSM, because this is being provided by the creators of Scrum, Jeff and Ken. So this is one of the points that for which I prefer going with PSM. Number two is that in PSM there is no compulsion that you need to attend the training to give the certification. It's not like that. If you think that you have enough knowledge, you have worked really well as a Scrum Master, and you know the concepts of Scrum very clearly, then you can just go ahead and give the certification. Whereas in CSM, which is from Scrum Alliance, it is a compulsion to undergo the training if you want to get the certification. So there the certification and the training, they come as a single unit. If you need the certification, you have to opt for that single unit that is comprised of both training as well as the certification. Whereas in PSM, you can go for training, but that is totally optional. That has a separate cost and everything. So you can opt for training and then you can go for certification. Otherwise, you can just directly buy the assessment and give the test, and you will get the certification. That is another major difference. Now, the second thing is that, sorry, rather it would be the third thing. So it is that from PSM, the certification that you get as Professional Scrum Master, that certification has a lifetime validity. So once you get it, you will not really need to go for recertification. That is not at all required. Once you get the certification, it has a lifetime validity. It is never going to get expired. Whereas in CSM, once you get the certification, then after every 2 years, you will have to go for recertification. So the validity of the CSM certification that you get is 2 years. So you'll have to get it renewed after every 2 years, and it comes at a renewal cost. You will have to pay $100, which would be somewhere around 7,000 Indian rupees. So that you will have to pay for the renewal. So CSM certification is not for lifetime, it expires. So this is another difference. Now, the third thing, the fourth thing. So, in PSM, if you talk about the difficulty level of the exam, then I would say, I'm telling this from my personal experience, I would say it is intermediate. It is not that easy. So PSM has three levels: PSM-I, PSM-II, PSM-III. In this video, I'm just telling you about the basic starting level from where you can just start for the certifications. So that is PSM-I. So I'm just comparing between PSM-I and CSM. Okay, so for PSM-I, the difficulty level of the exam, I would say, is intermediate. It is not that easy. It's not that if you have, undergone the training, then it guarantees that you will pass the exam. It is nothing like that. You should have really very sound, concrete knowledge of Scrum. Your concepts about it should be very clear, and your understanding of the framework should be very sound. Then only you will be able to pass the PSM certification. So it really, really, tests your knowledge and your skills of being a good Scrum Master. That is what I would say. Whereas if you talk about CSM, then the difficulty level of the CSM certification exam is very easy. It is super easy to pass the exam. If you have undergone the training, which is a must in that case, so it is likely that you will get the certification. If you undergo the training, it is likely that you will get the certification. It is not difficult to pass the CSM exam. Whereas for PSM, you will have to do a good amount of preparation. But the benefit that is there is that uh, the certification that you will get has a lifetime validity. It's never going to get expired. Okay, so this is another difference. Now, if we talk about the cost of the exam itself, then for PSM, the cost is 150 US dollars everywhere. So in Indian rupees, that would cost you somewhere around 10,000 Indian rupees. And for CSM, in US, the cost is around 1300 US dollars, and in India, the cost of the exam is somewhere around 25,000 Indian rupees. So that is the cost for CSM certification. So if you compare it for India, then PSM is 10,000 Indian rupees, whereas CSM is 25,000 Indian rupees. And that comes with, like, for CSM, that comes with the training plus certification as a combined unit. So that is one thing. And other difference is that for PSM, uh, the exam that you give, in that there is a time limit of 1 hour, and you get around 80 questions. So you have to be really quick, and you have to do the 80 questions in 1 hour. But trust me, like, I have given this exam and I passed it with 98.6% score. So if you have the sound knowledge, it won't take you much to answer the questions. If your concepts are not clear, you will never be able to answer the question, no matter how much time you spend on it. But if your concepts are clear, you will be able to answer the question very quickly in PSM. So I did all the 80 questions in around 48 minutes, and I saved my 12 minutes in the exam. But in CSM, they have no time limit, and they have the passing percentage as 70%. I'm not sure about how many questions they have in the exam, but their passing percentage is around 70%. Whereas in PSM, the passing percentage is 85%. So you have to answer 85% of the questions correctly to get the certification. That is another difference. And then if I talk about the number of attempts which are allowed. So for PSM, you get the first attempt that you need to give within a certain amount of days. There is some limit, and then if you are not able to pass that attempt, then you get a second attempt which is available for lifetime. So that attempt doesn't have any expiry. You can give that exam at any time. So it's like you appear for the first time. In case, in the worst case, if you are not able to pass the exam, so for the next time you really do not need to hurry. You sit back, revisit the Scrum guide, and you prepare well, and then you can appear for the re-examination at any point of time in life. It has no expiry. Whereas um, how it happens in CSM is that after the first attempt, you need to give the second attempt within 60 days. And even if you are not able to pass the exam in the second attempt, then after that you will have to pay $25, which is somewhere around 7500 Indian rupees, that you will have to pay um, you know after the second attempt. For the, like, if you want to appear for the third attempt, you will have to pay 25 US dollars for the third attempt and onwards. So that is the case. So yeah, these are some of the major differences. If you ask me my personal choice and my opinion, I would say go for CSM. Sorry, my bad. I would say go for PSM, Professional Scrum Master, because this is from scrum.org, and I really believe the content which is there on scrum.org is totally aligned with the Scrum framework. They never deviate from the Scrum framework. That is why I really prefer, even reading the blogs. And if I get stuck somewhere, I just go at scrum.org, and I start reading the blogs, the resources. There are a lot of resources available on scrum.org for free that you can refer to build up your knowledge on Scrum. So I really like scrum.org a lot. Again, this is from Ken and Jeff. So I have like my personal trust on scrum.org more than Scrum Alliance. So I would say go for PSM. The best thing is that it has lifetime validity. Also, the certification cost is much less than CSM. And if you are a PSM, if you are a professional Scrum Master, it definitely tells that you have cracked that tough exam, because PSM is not that easy. So it tells that you really have some good knowledge of Scrum, because you have cracked that exam. Whereas holding a CSM really doesn't guarantee that you really do possess a very, very good knowledge of Scrum. It is likely that if you attend the training, you will get the certification. So if you want to do the certification only for the sake of certification, you can go for any. But if you want to do the certification to build your knowledge, to test your knowledge, then I would say go for PSM. It is a really good certification. So yeah, this was my opinion about Scrum certifications and my choice between PSM and CSM. I have given you almost all the major differences that exist between the two. You let me know if you have any more questions or any doubts between PSM and CSM. You can let me know in the comments. I will try to answer to the best of my knowledge and experience. So, yeah, if you are preparing for the certification, all the best, do well. Thank you. Bye bye.